guys and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing this makeup look, which is sun stripping. So this is a new way of applying bronzer to your face that's going to give you a tan, fresh complexion, perfect for festivals and the upcoming summer season. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so the idea of sun stripping is you apply bronzer and tan to the planes of your face where you usually tan first. So if you think about it, the sun's above us, in front of us usually when we're tanning and things. So you tend to get tan here, get a little bit red here, on the bridge of your nose and down here, and then sort of on top of your forehead, maybe your brow bone a little bit. Just think of the places that you first realise you've caught the sun basically. To go a little bit of an extra mile for the extra tan factor, I'm going to use a slightly darker foundation and I want it to be a little bit sheer, so I'm going to mix it with some moisturiser. You can use a tinted moisturiser if you want, I just don't particularly like them. So I'm going to use the True Match L'Oreal Super Blendable Foundation in the colour Golden Beige, which is usually my tan foundation. And then I'm going to use this aloe vera cream that my mum brought me back from South Africa. It's really, really light, which makes it really nice to mix with foundation. So I'm just going to put a bit of that on my hand, not very much at all, and then just one pump of foundation into that. And I'm going to use a Real Techniques buffing brush because I want it to really be sunk into my skin. Where's my mirror? Oh, it's here. There's that on it. Do remember that if you are going to make yourself a little bit more tan, go all the way down your neck. This sun stripping effect will be perfect with the bronzy festival makeup tutorial I put up as well. You'll just look like a bronze goddess ready for Coachella. Okay, so I've buffed all that base into my skin and just let it sink in for a few minutes first. Now, the main thing about this that's different from normal sort of face routines is you're not going to put concealer on. You can if you really, really want to. I would suggest not putting a light concealer on that's a highlighting one. Try and get one that's super close to the foundation colour you've used. Because you'll notice on people's holiday pictures and stuff, if there's flash or anything like that, you start to get a clown eye, where it's all white here and then you've got your tan there and the contrast just looks really strange. So I'm not going to use concealer at all. We're going to move on to the bronzer now. I'm going to be using Hoola by Benefit. You do need a matte bronzer for this. I wouldn't suggest using a shimmery one. And I'm going to be applying it using my Zoeva Luxe Definer brush. Excuse that it is a little bit dirty, I have been practicing this look. So you want to start off about here, just underneath your inner corner of your eye, and work that onto the nose. So you're creating this little strip across. You can actually work it up into your under eye area as well. And don't worry that this looks super duper overly tan right now because we are going to blend it out. But it kind of gives that effect of when you start to catch the sun and you have these little bits that are more tan than you. Almost like where you've been wearing sunglasses. Turn down for what? And then you just want to take it all the way onto the cheekbone up to the top of your ear. Don't want to be loading your brush up loads every single time you do this either, because that way you will end up with way too much product on your face. Just little taps here and there, and don't forget to tap off the excess. So you can see you're creating a kind of strip across, hence the name sun stripping. So you can see that you've got the tan sort of strip across your face. You don't want to just leave it there because you want to balance it out a little bit. Same as when you're highlighting, you don't just leave it at the under eyes, you go onto the nose, top of the forehead, chin, and your cupid's bow. So I'm going to put a little bit around the perimeters of my forehead, just because I like to have a little tan there. And I do tend to tan there naturally actually as well. Naturally. Maybe a good idea to do this with your hair up. Make sure when you're working it up here that you want to work it right into the hairline. Okie dokie, and that's the basic idea of sun stripping. You can either leave it just at the bronzer if that's the sort of colour and look you like, or you can add in some blush. So I'm going to use a matte sort of rosy dusty pink blush this is Makeup Revolution in Now, just one of the single pan blushes. And I'm going to use the Cream Cheek 128 from Zoeva to apply that. So I just want to tap a little in there, tap it off, and this is kind of going to make it look a bit like you've got like a tiny bit of sunburn, but in a really good way. You just want to smile and put that right on the tops of those cheeks. And the final step that we want to do is highlight. Again, this is personal preference. You can leave it at all the matte colours if you want. I think it looks really cute, but I know that when I'm on holiday and when I do have a tan, then I will highlight. I highlight anyway, but you know, I'll highlight more. I'm going to be using the W7 Hollywood Bronze and Glow highlighter, which is my favourite one. It was in my March favourites. I have a link below. I'm just going to use the Real Techniques contour brush to do that. Just going to pop it onto the cheekbones super lightly. It might be nice to do this with a fan brush if you've got one. I currently do not. So I'm just going to use a powder brush to work that in a little bit more. Just going to take my little finger and use a little bit of it down the very bridge of my nose. I'll load my Cupid's bow because I love a Cupid's bow highlight. Okie doke guys, so this is the finished sun stripping look. I think it's a really nice natural tan look, perfect for summer festivals and beer garden drinks really. I hope you enjoyed this video guys, and I'll see you next time.